All right, so today we're going to do what we did for the last couple days, and we're just going to take it one step further. So we actually have to find the measure of the angle. So not just x, but find the measure of whatever angle is up here. So in this case, the measure of the angle, we have to find v. So this is the one we need to find. So once we find x, we have to plug it back in and try and figure out what v is. Okay, so for this one, first thing we do have to do though is first find x. So I don't like using red. So first thing we want to do is find x. Yeah. Okay, so looking here, this is just what we've been doing. So these two angles here share a side. They share this side. So since they share the side, when they add up, the two angles add up to 180. So we do have to find x, so combine our like terms. And 12. Okay, so I'm just going to do this quick. 192. So then when we solve this, x is 8. So that's great. So we could find, if we plugged 8 into here, we could figure out what u is. If we plugged 8 into here, we could figure out what t is. But right now we don't have something for v. But what we do remember, hopefully, what you do remember is that these two angles, this angle and this angle, are the same angle. Opposite angles are equal. So if I plug that 8 into t, angle t is the same as angle v. So if I just figure out what t is, so it will be 64 minus 4, which is 60 degrees. That's the same as v. Okay, so after we figure out what x is, we have to then use our knowledge again to figure out what whatever angle they're asking us for is. Alrighty, so let's stay with blue. Okay, so looking here, this angle and this angle are opposite angles because they don't share a side. But they're going to ask us to find angle C in the end. So we need to figure out what C is. So first, let's find out what x is. So first find x. So since they're opposite angles, they are equal. Yep, that happened. Okay, then we just solve. So I'm going to do it this way. Or 1x, whatever you want to do. Subtract 2, and x is 6. So now that I found x, I have to then try and figure out c. The problem is the one that's equal to c is e. These two guys are not equal to c. So what we need to do is figure out what one of those angles are. And then we have to remember that angle, I'm going to do d. I'm going to do this one. Angle d plus angle C is 180. So we have to take what we learned already and take it just one step further. That's fun. So angle D is 13 times 6 plus 2. So that is 80. So I know that angle D is 80. I don't know what C is, but that should equal 180. Okay, because of this. Okay, they're supplementary, they're share a side, whatever. So I subtract 80, and C is 100. Okay, you can write it there, you can write it here, it doesn't really matter, considering it's all on the computer now anyway. Okay, so for this one, these guys, same deal here. They're opposite, so we know these guys are going to be equal. 7x minus 2 equals 6x plus 6. And we're going to solve. In the end, we're going to find r, which is 6x minus 6. So that's the easiest one we could get. And it actually tells us the angle we need to find. solve this guy here. X is 8. And since I need to find r, the measure of angle r is 6x plus 6. So then doing the math is 54. 48 plus 6 is 54 degrees. And then the last one, just for fun, give us a rounded out here. These two share an angle. I mean, they share a side, so they're supplementary. They add up to 180. And in the end, they want us to find V. And V is going to be the same as T. So that'll be nice. That'll be nice. So 29x plus 6 equals 180. So I added 18 and 11. Then I get rid of the 6. 174 divided by 29. And x is 6. So I plug. So 6, we need to find V, but V is the same as T. So angle T is equal to angle V. So once I find 11 times 6, which is 66, I know that's V also. All right, have a great day, and I hope you understand.